Hi guys, today I'm coming on to talk to you actually all about you today because I want to really learn what you guys want to know and what you guys want to hear from me, what you want to learn from me on this channel. And I want to make sure that every time you watch this channel, you're getting a ton of value and you're learning exactly what it is that you want to know. So today I'm going to be talking to you about 4 phases that I think you are probably in and that I tend to focus most of my content around. So those 4 different phases are the idea, exploratory phase, starting phase, building phase, or the maintaining phase. My goal with this channel is really just to make this a lot easier for you than it was for myself. And I thought, let me just share some of the things I know with this process, but I want to be sure that I'm creating videos that you actually need and that you actually want, depending on what phase you're in. So I'm going to see where most of my subscribers are, and then I'll pepper in some of the other phases, some of the information that I add from the other phases, so that everyone can get enough of the information that they need. First thing I want to talk to you about is the idea or exploratory phase. And really in this phase, you're just thinking about an idea. You could be working a full-time job, you could be doing a lot of other things, and you just haven't quite pulled the trigger on actually moving forward with actually starting the process of starting a 501c3 or actually just starting an organization or business, whichever it is. So whether you're nonprofit or for-profit, all of these phases do apply. I tend to focus more on the nonprofit side since that's what I actually started and am currently doing. So I'm really deep into that phase. So I apologize if you are a for-profit. I do think a lot of this information can still apply to you. But in regards to this video and in the comments down below, you can be a for-profit, nonprofit. I just want to know what phase you're in. Basically, like I was saying, the idea exploratory phase is you may not be sure if you should be a for-profit. You may not be sure if you should be a nonprofit business. You might be thinking of maybe there's a possibly another organization that's already doing what you want to do. And please don't let that stop you. Everybody delivers their information, their services in a different way, and you could have a different way of delivering your information and services that could be way better than how it's currently being run. So never let that piece deter you if you're in the idea or exploratory phase and you see that someone else is also doing what you're doing. They could also not be serving in your area. I would say that it's always a good idea to reach out to that organization if you're doing something that's identical to what they're doing, or you're not adding auxiliary services that could apply to that program or your program. And sometimes those are good ways to actually start your program as a project under their 501c3 if you're planning to go that route. So there are a lot of different options. Don't give up on that if you're planning to, if you're thinking about starting something and you're just not sure if that's a good route because someone else has already started doing that. Now, in this idea phase, you may be wondering where to start. You might be wondering what the first step is that you should be taking, after you've done some of your research and you know that there are no organizations like yours, or your organization will be different in some sort of way. And you've done all that research, and so now you have this great idea, but you don't really know where to start. And if I could just tell you where to start, I would say start with this video here, or here, wherever it goes on the screen. Now, when you're in the starting phase, you're actually in the process of doing your nonprofit. You're actually in the process of starting your nonprofit. You've applied, or you are trying to apply. You're reserving your name. You're creating your bylaws. There are a lot of things that you're doing in this phase, and this is probably one of the more critical phases. Although it seems pretty daunting, it's actually not as daunting as it seems when you have a roadmap to get there. And that also is in that starting your nonprofit video. So do that, and I will also add in my name reservation tutorial so that that's not difficult. I noticed that a lot of people were kind of getting started on that and then getting stuck on that reservation tutorial. So I created that just on Tuesday. During the starting phase, you're also looking for your board of directors, and many times this can be one of the hardest things to do because you want to make sure that you get a really good board on your program, right? You want a board that's going to allow you the freedom to to create the program you want with the backing and support from them. So that's obviously going to be a big task in this starting phase. And I do have a video on that as well if you'd like to watch that, how to find your board of directors. And I will leave that as well. The next phase is the building phase. Now in this building phase, that phase pretty much always is happening. You're kind of always building your nonprofit, building, expanding, creating systems, things like that. So during this building phase, you've already applied for your nonprofit status. You probably are waiting to hear back at this point, and you have already done all of the legal requirements for building your organization. Now, at this point, you're also looking to just create the infrastructure for your organization to run. So you might be looking for staffing. You might be looking for how you're going to get paid as a founder, or as an executive director. You might be looking at how you create processes within your organization and systems that will help your organization run smoothly. So these are things that are always ongoing tasks. These aren't really going to end, but it will eventually move into the maintaining phase. This is the last phase of your official journey and officially unleashing your something amazing. Once you move into the maintaining phase, you're in the true phase of unleashing your something amazing. So up until this point, you've thought about it. You've done the legal work to get a nonprofit status or as a corporation, and now you are looking to actually unleash it to the world, right? You're looking for different social media techniques that you can use to get your information out there. You're looking for ways to build partnerships. You're looking for ways to provide the best experience for your customers that you're serving, and the best way to accomplish your mission. And so I want you to understand that it's not like you're going to move from the idea starting phase to the building maintaining phase and then you're going to be done. You're never done. You're always growing your nonprofit. You're always trying to get your processes better. You're always trying to get your systems in place. And you're always working to accomplish your mission. And so that will change over time how you're going to accomplish your mission, because things just change with life, right? Social media changes, how we receive our information changes. And so that's where in the maintaining phase, you'll be looking for different techniques on how to accomplish your mission, where you should be, how you should create a newsletter, what you should put in your newsletter, the things you should type, the types of things you should put in your social media, how to set up your social media. That's what that maintaining phase is really all about. That's why I always say that running a nonprofit is the same as running a for-profit business. You still have to always look at your budgets. You have to know what's coming in and what's going out, how you're going to sell your product. And for you, selling your product may be requesting funds or writing grants or creating new sustainability methods or selling paraphernalia so that you can receive an income. There are lots of things that are different as far as the legal aspect, but when you're actually running the nonprofit or running your for-profit, it's actually the same. You still want to get your information out there. We call it awareness, they call it advertising. So it's all the same, and that's why I say that once you've made it to the maintaining phase, this is the true unleashing of your something amazing, and now it's really just maintaining being something amazing. Now that I have gone through the 4 phases, what I'd like you to do is just take a minute to write down in the comments where you believe that your something amazing is in this phase. Are you in the idea phase? Are you still thinking about whether you're going to move forward and pull the trigger and actually become a nonprofit or a full-fledged organization? Or are you in the starting phase where you're actually starting, but maybe you've gotten tripped up on a couple areas, or you don't know how to fill out the 1023-EZ, or you don't know how to reserve your name, or you're not sure if your mission is succinct enough and if your vision is there, where your vision and mission are different. These are the types of things I want to know so that I can create videos for you that will answer those questions. So I want you to just go down below, write down if you're in the idea exploratory phase, if you're in the starting phase, you're in the building phase, or you're in the maintaining phase. And that will be a huge help to me so that I can then start to craft my videos around what you actually want to hear. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope this video helped you today in some way or another, and I hope you'll take the time to help me out and let me know what you'd like to see and hear on this channel. I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching.